1 to 10, how confident are you in the Chiefs winning the AFC?
I'm confident. I say I'm 8.5, 9. Clearly, they didn't have their best stuff yesterday, and you can't expect a team to play their very best every single game for four straight quarters. But I think winning close ball games is a valuable experience come playoff time, because the likelihood of you blowing the teams out that you're going to have to play is not very likely. See, a boxer knocking everyone out doesn't tell me anything about it. It's when he gets knocked down, when he hits the canvas, can he get up? And so that's what we saw, Skip. Mike Tyson was knocking everybody out. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, he's unbeatable. Buster Douglas got him, knocked him down. He was never the same fighter. You see, what I can't understand, and I've been trying to help people to get me to understand this, and is that we're going to talk about this, but let me tell you, if the Saints were a college football team, if the Chiefs were a college football team, they would have the most impressive resume. Their strength of schedule would be top-notch. Their RPI would be #1 across the board. Let me tell you what they've done. They went on the road and beat the Ravens. They beat the brakes off the Ravens. They went on the road and beat the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Buffalo Bills have won the division. I think they're 11-4. What, 11-4? I think they're 11-4. They beat the Dolphins on the road, 10-5 in Miami. They beat the Saints, who's won the NFC South, on the road. So Buffalo, Ravens, Bucks, Dolphins, Saints, all are either in the playoffs or right there, win last game, they're in said playoffs. But we question the manner in how many points they would. Skip, everybody wants to win by 25. But can you find a way to win? And so it's only in 50, I mean, this is what Mahomes have done to us. He spoiled us. Only the second time in 51 career starts, he scored 20 points or less. That's what he's done. So I still have confidence in them. If I'm Andy Reid, my starters are playing except Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins because they're nursing injuries. And if you notice, Skip, Tyreek wasn't his explosive self. He's nursing the hamstring. They had him on a pinch count. Tyreek,
he sure was explosive when he chased down that interception return.
Yeah, but Skip, I think he only probably had like 20-plus snaps. And you actually think they would put Terrell Jr. on Tyreek Hill if Tyreek Hill was 100% healthy one-on-one? I do not. So with that being said, they found a way to win the ball game, and that's what you have to like about a guy like Mahomes. Clearly, he did not have his best game yesterday. But when the rubber needed to meet the road, can you go make a play? I remember when they got the ball back, I texted my sister. I said, my homeboy got this. Well, she's about, he ain't been doing a whole lot the whole day. I said, don't worry about it. He got this now. And what did he do, Skip?
Well, he threw it right to A.J. Terrell.
Skip, it happens.
Right?
It happens. We've seen, Skip, you remember the Super Bowl in Miami. Joe Montana hit Lewis Billups right in his hand. Ball game's over. And he dropped it, and they come back, throw the ball to Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice runs it down there, they run 200 X-slant, touchdown, ball game, Joe wins the Super Bowl. That happens. You remember, Skip, at the Super Bowl, they would have went 19-0. Asante Samuels dropped Eli's touchdown interception on the sideline.
Jumped too soon.
He tried to get both feet in bounds, Skip, and dropped it, and they go down the field. And that's normally what happens. When you get that opportunity, Skip, you better cash in. But I still feel very confident in the Chiefs. I know what they represent offensively, and it's going to be very interesting because you're going to have to go to Arrowhead to beat them. But I still like the Chiefs. I'm not leaving my Super Bowl picks. I had New Orleans in the beginning. I had Kansas City in the beginning. But New Orleans better hope they don't get a night like what Tennessee got last night, because it might be a little difficult to have to go to Lambeau Field.
Okay, scale of 1 to 10. My confidence level in your Super Bowl pick, the Kansas City Chiefs, is a 5. But I say the glass is half empty, not glass half full.
Okay.
I believe your Chiefs are on borrowed time right now, because this is a what have you done for me lately. All those games that you listed, all of them highly impressive, came before the last 7 games. And they have won 7 in a row in the streak.
And Tampa's been in that 7, right?
Yeah, they won by 3 at Tampa.
Yeah.
But the point is that in margin of victory, it's the lowest margin of victory in NFL history for a 7-game winning streak. Lowest ever, because the average margin of victory is 3.9 points per game.
Yes.
And they are. Carolina at home, they beat by 2. Then they went to Las Vegas, the Raiders, they won by 4. Then at Tampa, they held on and won by 3. If Brady gets the ball back, 4:10 left, it's going to be over. Denver at home, 6. At Miami, 6. At New Orleans, 3. It's okay. Atlanta yesterday, you just trashed Atlanta after Tom Brady came back from 17-0 down at halftime and 24-7 down in the third quarter. You said they're horrible on pass defense. And Brady had said after the game, they are very athletic and very fast in their secondary. They're hard to deal with. Yesterday, Patrick Mahomes, through 3 quarters, had managed a grand total of 7 points against the defense you trashed. Is that good? I don't think so.
But here's the thing, Skip, is that, yes, they played. This was the best that I've seen them play. They had their moments because they knew one thing. Kansas City couldn't run the football. Let's get deep. Try to get pressure. Because they was creating pressure. Even though they didn't sack Mahomes, Skip, they sped him up. And he was off a little bit. A little behind Kelsey, a little behind Watkins, a little off, a little here and there. And, Skip, in order to beat this team, you got to hope he's off somewhat. If he's on, you cannot beat him. If he's on his game, you can't beat the Chiefs, period.
He was off all day yesterday.
He was.
And it's my homeboy at home, boy. And I'm like, what's up with that? Because he was wild high, he was wild low, he was wild left, wild right. And after a while, I'm thinking, God, he's just having a bad day at the office. He did say after the game it was just a bad game. But it gets exacerbated by the fact that his head coach is throw first, number one, and Andy Reid is trick first. It's like he cannot help himself to say, watch this, watch what an offensive genius I am. So they get it down to 4th and 1 at the Atlanta 26 in the first quarter. It's a nothing game. It's 9:30 left in the first quarter. Could we see the play that they tried to run here? They do everybody spins, 360 spin, and then he does the toss to Sammy Watkins and the throwback to the quarterback. Oh, that's Patrick Mahomes, is the intended receiver who is completely covered, and it's an interception.
Skip.
Should have been dropped because it put him down at the 1 yard line.
They still went down, they drove all the way down the field and got a touchdown. But Skip, here's the problem with that. It's not that it was intercepted. Patrick Mahomes is not used to running down the field and jumping and trying to catch a pass. You subject your quarterback. You open him up to an injury. Can you imagine if he jumps and jams his knee? Do you imagine he jumps and sprains an ankle? How big of a ridiculous dunce Andy Reid would have to be?
Yep.
You don't, so just Skip, I get it, Skip. If the guy, you want to be on the goal line and it's the Philly special, but Skip, you don't run that play.
From the 26-yard line?
And if you tell your guy, if he's covered, you throw it out of bounds. Because my homeboy talking about throw it. He yell at point, throw it, like he gonna actually jump up there, like he D-hop. He gonna jump over the DB and catch the football. Skip, and that's, I probably would have gone even to a 10. But the thing that have concerned me all year about the Kansas City Chiefs is their run game, and it's their inability to pick up short yardage. Skip, I don't know what it is, but every time Le'Veon Bell gets tackled, he gets hurt. He limps off the field. Now, I don't know what I'm talking about. Skip, I'm not talking about he gets one of them ramshackled hits. I'm talking about every time he gets tackled, he's limping off the field. I'm like, bro, you made a paper mache or what? That's concerning, Skip. They have to, because think about it, more times than not, on 3rd and 2, on 4th and short, they're having to throw for it because they don't have the confidence that they can go pick it up running the football. That's concerning. That's very concerning to me. So if I'm Andy, I'm not going into the playoffs playing the way I'm playing offensively. They're playing a half. I remember the same thing happened to us in 98, Skip. We were 13 and 2. And we getting ready to play Seattle. Mike said, we playing. He says, I don't like the way we played the last 2 weeks, and we will not go into the playoffs playing like that.
I agree with that philosophy.
So you're playing.
Injuries be damned. Just go play.
Yes.
Play hard, and you'll be okay.
Yes.
And you were okay.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so Andy Reid.
oh, 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 oh.